Good day, people out there. This is Master Shakespeare here, and today we're in the city known as Verona, where the famous writer Shakespeare made his tragedy play of Romeo and Juliet. Here I sit with one of the historians who have been looking into it, so please welcome Jade Patrick.
Thank you very much.
So, how are we doing today?
Yes, very well, thank you.
So, I was just wondering if you could go through the events of the play which happened in Romeo and Juliet.
Of course.
So, please take it away. Act 1, Scene 1.
So, in the beginning of the scene, there's two servants known as the Montagues and the Capulets, and they're completely opposite families, and they start to fight each other along with Prince Esculets, and he forbids the fighting between the families and threatens them with lots of death.
Oh, lovely. Anything else? Or?
So, yes, Romeo is heartbroken because in the scene he had a lover affair called Rosaline, who unfortunately ditched her.
Oh.
So this happened on the streets of Verona, and that's for scene 1.
So after the events of Scene 1, what happens in Scene 2?
So basically, before the events of Romeo coming to love Juliet, Juliet has another lover called Paris, and he asks Lord Capulet for permission to marry Juliet and dance with her at the ball. So Lord Capulet says that she is too young and cannot dance with him, and she also invites Paris to be at the party. And Romeo finds out about a party happening at the Capulet mansion and uses it as a chance to get just to see if his lover Rosaline may be there. So basically this is based in a different street of Verona, and also we can see inside the scene there is in the text the Capulet orchard, and it's based in the early evening. So Jamie, what are the current events for scene 3?
So Lady Capulet and the nurse talk about Juliet's age, and the nurse says some pretty mean stuff about Juliet. Lady Capulet is very keen on the idea of Juliet to marry Paris, but Juliet doesn't seem to be very interested, but we'll give it a go.
Yeah.
This is at the Capulets' house, and this is right before the feast.
Right, I get it. So, Jamie, what are the current events for scene 4, then?
So, Romeo, Mercutio, and Benvolio go to the Capulet party at the Capulet mansion, and Romeo and Benvolio have to wear masks because they weren't invited.
Oh, yes.
And Romeo and Mercutio banter about dreams, and Romeo has a really bad feeling that he might die.
Okay.
Now, this is held at the Capulet party, and this is sometime in the evening.
Yep, brilliant. Do we know what time in the evening by any chance? Or is it just mentioned in the evening?
No.
Okay. So then, what are the events for scene 5?
So, this is the most interesting scene of the whole thing.
Wow.
Romeo and Juliet notice each other, and Romeo falls in love instantly.
Yeah.
Tybalt then sees Romeo's at the Capulet party, and he goes to say to Lord Capulet he shouldn't be here, but Lord Capulet says no, and basically denies him to fight. So after Romeo and Juliet flirt a lot and get a few kisses in, Romeo finds out that she's actually a Capulet and decides to leave. Wow. Juliet feels very conflicted and doesn't really know how to react. This again is at the Capulet's house, and this is around night time.
Okay, thanks a lot, Jamie.
Thank you for having me on.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much for being on the show with me.
Thank you.
So if you find that useful, people, please remember tuning in next time. And if you need help, the internet, remember, is on your doorstep. Thanks for tuning in to Master Shakespeare, and see you next time. Good day.